morning, ECGH. I'm your host, Adelaida Sandoval, and welcome to Now That's Interesting. Today we will be interviewing one of the best authors of the Clay Marble. Please welcome Ming-Fong Ho.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, you just released this intriguing book called The Clay Marble.
Yes.
Can you tell us about this incredible story?
Okay, well, obviously the theme of it is love and war and family and, everything in between that. But the book, it takes place in the Cambodian War is when it takes place, and it kind of just goes through the life of people in refugee camps and the struggles that they face. And it begins with Dara and her family. They have to flee their home in Cambodia and go to a refugee camp. And at that refugee camp, they meet everybody that they instantly become super close to, which is Jiang Tu, Nia, Grandpa Kim, and obviously
Saren.
Yes, that's her brother. I'm sure he's already close to him, but
Yes.
yeah. But that's what takes place, and they go through all these struggles and sacrifices to finally feel safe and being able to have that sense of comfort in a home and people that they love, people that they can call family.
And now I have to say, did you actually have to travel to Cambodia to actually get the feel for this book?
Well, if you're writing a book about something so controversial, about the refugee camps and what these people go through, obviously you didn't go through the same thing, so you're going to have to get your facts right and go through these. So I did.
So many wars and bombing and all of this stuff.
Scary. But yeah, I did. I traveled to the Cambodian and Thai border, and I, got a little area, looked around the areas around there, and I was shocked to see the sickened and the starvation of the children and the people there still, back in the day. And also, when I was there on the first day, I was ready to go ahead and rest and lay down, long flights and everything. And I rested, and a girl, before I left, she tugged at my arm, and she gave me a clay marble that was made from the ground. Obviously the mud nearby, and that was kind of what started everything.
So that's what touched this book, The Clay Marble, that this little girl has given you.
I actually still have the marble on my desk, sitting on my desk.
Really?
Not exactly that one, but when I went back, I talked to the kids, and they gave me another marble, so I have the second one, and every time I look at it, I think of the girl in Cambodia, and she was okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, isn't that just beautiful, folks? Like, I'm so happy that you actually care about this little girl that's struggling in Cambodia. Now, I have to ask, how do you want the readers to feel towards the end of this? They're going home and they're going to start their lives over, but they feel they won't be the same.
Yeah, I wanted the readers to feel kind of a comfort knowing that they will be okay, but that they won't at the same time. I'm sure that they will be fine, but obviously you're never going to feel the same way that you felt before, safe and at home. But after going through all of these struggles, you won't have a sense of, if you hear a plane, you might get scared and say, oh, no, this is going to happen all over again. We're going to have to travel, and we're going to have to go through all of this, and bad things are just going to happen. But no, it's not. I kind of wanted the readers to be able to ask more questions and keep going on with what they think that the characters' lives.
What's going to happen to him or
yes.
her, what happened. Yes. So I actually read the book myself, and I have to say you did some excellent work with the connections of the war and the Thai border and the bombing and all of that stuff. And it really, really touched me. Like, it really did. And I have so many questions towards the end. Like, for example, what happened to Grandpa Kim? Like, what happened to that man? He was never mentioned at the ending.
No, we didn't mention him, and I think about it and I go back now, why didn't we mention him? So many people have asked me that question. What happened to Grandpa Kim? Well, obviously, as you know, he was very old, and he was probably around 80s and his 90s, around there. So
wow.
if the aftermath was 10 years after, he's been 100 at this point right now, but he could have found his Grandma Kim, actually. He could have found his wife, started a new life in the short period that he had left. Regain that kind of sense of love.
I hope that was a situation that he could find his true love.
So you will get the love of your life.
Especially you, Jimmy. We know we're all waiting for him to actually find his true love. Okay. The way Jack died was really hard because this war was never ending.
Yeah.
These soldiers were just killing innocent people for nothing.
I'm sure he looks at that now and definitely does not want to be a soldier or anything.
Especially
to do with
since
war.
Sarah now has the experience to tell him what is now more important, which is family and staying together.
Exactly.
Well, Ming Fang Ho, that's all the time we have, but thank you for giving us this time, and I have to say, that was interesting.
What? I'm dying. I'm so sorry. Wasn't it? Thank you, girl.
So,
We'll be back after this commercial break.